flips the conversation. He goes, I've noticed a little thing between you and Brett.
What?
Nothing.
No matter what happens, I want you all to stay together, and I want you to do what you need to do to get out of here. Don't worry about me. Help as you can if you can. But mostly worry about yourselves, okay?
I'm not leaving you alone. You can do this.
If anything happens, I want to know that you will be okay.
I'll be safe.
Actually, he flips the conversation. He goes, I've noticed a little thing between you and Brett.
What?
Nothing.
No matter what happens, I want you all to stay together, and I want you to do what you need to do to get out of here. Don't worry about me. Help as you can if you can. But mostly worry about yourselves, okay?
I'm not leaving you alone. You can do this.
If anything happens, I want to know that you will be okay.
I'll be safe.
goes, I've noticed a little thing between you and Brett.
What?
Nothing.
No matter what happens, I want you all to stay together, and I want you to do what you need to do to get out of here. Don't worry about me. Help as you can if you can. But mostly worry about yourselves, okay?
I'm not leaving you alone. You can do this.
If anything happens, I want to know that you will be okay.
I'll be safe.
Actually, he flips the conversation. He goes, I've noticed a little thing between you and Brett.
What?
Nothing.
No matter what happens, I want you all to stay together, and I want you to do what you need to do to get out of here. Don't worry about me. Help as you can if you can. But mostly worry about yourselves, okay?
I'm not leaving you alone. You can do this.
If anything happens, I want to know that you will be okay.
I'll be safe.
noticed a little thing between you and Brett.
What?
Nothing.
No matter what happens, I want you all to stay together, and I want you to do what you need to do to get out of here. Don't worry about me. Help as you can if you can. But mostly worry about yourselves, okay?
I'm not leaving you alone. You can do this.
If anything happens, I want to know that you will be okay.
I'll be safe.
Actually, he flips the conversation. He goes, I've noticed a little thing between you and Brett.
What?
Nothing.
No matter what happens, I want you all to stay together, and I want you to do what you need to do to get out of here. Don't worry about me. Help as you can if you can. But mostly worry about yourselves, okay?
I'm not leaving you alone. You can do this.
If anything happens, I want to know that you will be okay.
I'll be safe.
All right, everybody. So, we'll go ahead and recap last session, as if any of you all forgot, but just to make sure. You guys have been battling your way through different folds of this dream plane, eventually reaching out and disturbing the dreamer, making them conscious of your guys' consciousness, in their consciousness. This brought about the more violent nightmare realms against each one of you, dipping into your deepest fears. Through a traumatizing reliving of the attack on their flock, to an underwater adventure with the Morkoth that you guys initially had circumvented this time, were unable to. And then placed through a dream sequence depicting Nori's early years in her life until you were face to face with Zelik, the Master Magician. You guys can put into battle while Rashaw snuck off looking for the Dreamer, trying to possibly find a different solution. Ended up finding her, Lady Changrel the Fae, was able to discuss with her as battle simmered down. She informed you all of what was going on, how, or what to expect as you guys were about to be jettisoned from the dream plane when she woke. You took her advice and gathered yourselves, and then she woke, ripping portions of your group apart from one another. Amrik and Rashi ended up landing 4 days prior than the rest of the group, whence everyone was on the same timeline. You guys reached out to one another, but were intercepted by a roving band of some sort of creature. Amrik and Rashi dipping into the forest while the others tried locating them, taking a day, but finally able to get it done. When the group was entirely together, sending out messages to Valarmain to try and figure out when, after a short scare by Rashi's incompetence in math, you were able to find out that it had only been 13 days since last checking in with them. With this knowledge, you guys had been stationed. Well, first you guys had traveled northwards, found an abandoned ship from a long time ago. Nothing really of value, easily seen. You guys moved to the forest to possibly find some sort of inhabitants. Not finding anything immediately off the bat, but setting up camp and discussing things just outside of the forest. With this, you guys were besieged, caught unawares by a group of bugbears as nets began to fly out of the woods. Only a couple getting caught, but getting out of there quickly. Luckily, one of you knew Goblin and was able to parley with the head bugbear. Discussions came across, and you found yourselves in Espavania. No longer the eye of quarry for the bugbears, as you were all a bit too thin to be of any good sustenance. They would have to feed you more just to fatten you up than you guys would be worth eating. So, one time...
It'd be very chewy.
One time being starved is a good thing. But with that, finding out that you guys are far away from possibly being anywhere near what you would consider home, you guys decided to roll the dice, literally, with Kaporin's dreamt up teleportation circle. So, you did just that. Kaporin, taking his last single remaining use of chalk and scattering the teleportation circle beneath him. The last bit of last bits of the lines to be done, he warned everyone to get ready to go, finish the circle, and you all were teleported. Now in it's actually a stone and marble room. Around you, you can see the bookcases, you see tables, chairs. The teleportation circle below you is slowly starting to fade with light, but still emanating a good glow. telescope off into the corner, facing out one of the windows. You all had gone to the windows to try and find out possibly where you were, just by geography alone, finding out that it is dark, but far off in the distance, 50 or so miles, you can see this eerie, just jet black darkness of a sky ends and daylight begins. As you all were about to reconnoiter and go through the one singular doorway that leads out of this room, you heard, and I shall remediate my soundage from last time just a little bit. Not only do you hear the but just a slight bit of metal against stone sound with each step. So, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. And that's where we get back. You guys are...
How many legs did this thing have?
You only heard 4, so at least 4 individual footsteps.
Before we start, I'm pretty sure the answer is no. But can Amric think back to any legends or myths that his people might have told for anywhere that might that would have had endless dark like this?
Make a history check.
Definitely not 0 total.
Yep, nothing really cuts across. You start to think, and sweat begins to form on your brow, and a sharp pain starts to cut across your temple as a headache starts to set in.
Well, at least that one's out of the way.
Amric, don't hurt yourself now. Are you alright?
The empathetic Kaporan reaches out to you, and he starts to get a small headache as he is just so empathetic. He feels your pain.
Yeah. We're not doing this. Alright, what do we want to do here, guys?
I mean, what can we do? There's windows and a door. It's... don't know much what jumping out a window is gonna do for us.
Should we search the room? There could be something useful in here.
If I look out the window, how far down is the drop?
Looking down at the window, so from where the screen is situated right now, to your right, those windows lead down into what looks to be like a decently, not a hedge maze or anything, but an interesting looking garden. Down straight there, you're probably looking at about 40 feet. But there are bars across the window. Heavy iron bars that are part of... it seems to be... There's nice stained glass on the inside, but the bars seem to be protecting the glass from any sort of harsh weather.
You said is it a maze?
No. I was just saying that it's not like a garden where it's just a bunch of flowers on the floor. There's trees. There's like a higher elevation to this garden that's out there.
I guess, can we start looking around the room?
Sure.
I think the last time we were here you said there was nothing on the desk, however? Or the last time...
On the desk, or... Yeah, the desk is technically down in the bottom right. That's what would be considered the desk. There's tables, drafting tables off to the sides.
That would be where Racha heads to first.
Okay, drafting table, go ahead.
Orin automatically sees the cauldron and wants to head towards it. If it's bubbling like that, anyway.
Is there enough light in this room, or do I need to spark up my lantern?
No, there's light. what the light you see in here is the light that you're garnering. Touching your fingers to any of the flames in here doesn't give you any sort of damage or heat.
I suppose Amric will head to the sword and shield thing that's on the wall, although he won't touch it.
I want to go look at the books.
I don't know what Bryn would actually look at. What's the thing in the, I guess, the top left corner? Or if she can go look at that.
Yeah, it looks to be some sort of distilling device that's used in conjunction with what Kaporin's starting to look at. Looks like potions and such gets made over here.
We definitely don't trust the Kaporin next to that cauldron, so we'll keep an eye on him too, but
I understand.
we're not telling him that.
Well, he knows it by now.
I feel like everyone, like, low-key's keeping an eye on Kaparin at this point.
Alright, everyone who is at different things looking at stuff, give me investigation checks, except for Amric. You give me a history check. Do you remember? Do you know again?
I know Elvish, Sylvan, Druidic, Goblin, and Common.
Okay. Some of the Sylvan books come across. You got two bookshelves there, one to the left. The Sylvan books that are in here seem to be more novel-esque. Nothing being of any suit or stature, just like running to the Fae and like different sort of rom-coms to possibly dark stuff. It's a bit hit or miss, but you can look further if you want. None of the other languages come across to you though, and all the books on the right side, nothing comes across.
Right. So all I've got is a bunch of novels.
Yeah, from what you can tell. At least in the languages you know.
And then I'd like to check out the telescope, but continue.
After that, bringing us to Kaporin. Going over to the cauldron itself, it does seem to be bubbling, but as you kind of like look over into the cauldron, the light is coming from the inside, and it's giving you that noise and that, like, you think it's on, as if someone was using it, but it's not actually going. It's like the light's on, but nothing's inside to actually be churning and making the noise. You can see residue on the inside where some of the violet light is obscured a little bit or tinted, as you can see the different levels of liquid that's probably in here, but that was in here. But it seems that this probably is some sort of coating that makes the cauldron much more usable for magical stuff, as you start to look over the table to the left of it as well. Looks like magical potions are probably made here, not just regular shit.
Interesting. Okay. Since the brewing station's right next to the cauldron, most likely component, I would go over and investigate the table afterwards.
Yeah, that was part of the.
That was a part of it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, there's nothing of use on its own. Nothing you could take away that would be useful in any way. Bryn, looking at the larger distilling steamer that you have in front of you, kind of looking around and at what it could possibly do. You see the spiral and trying to get an idea of how it works. Opening up the hatch does seem to be some liquid inside. An interesting, it almost looks like clear water, but every now and then just like a sliver of silver, like the color comes out of the water itself, kind of skitters across, and then dies back into clear liquid. Amric. Looking at the sword and shields that you have on here, they do seem to be bolted and bracketed down to one another. The swords themselves don't seem to be of any excess value, more for decoration and helping to fill the wall. But the shield itself seems to be a decently nice make. Looks very heavy, and though you can't get the insignia off of it, you're not sure what it means or anything like that. It looks to be a nice shield at least.
So it's bolted on the wall, so like I can.
Yeah,
it's bolted together with the swords.
From what you can see, it looks like it's all bolted and bracketed together. Richard, as you go over to the drafting table, you find a bunch of papers, ink vials, candles, never-ending candles. One seems to be permanently affixed to the table, but one is not. So you can add a candle to your inventory with a little star next to it, and all you have to do is pinch the wick to put it out and snap your finger with it out to turn it on. And that'll give you 5 feet of dim light.
We're Charles collecting all the light sources here.
But
I'm the one that can't see in the dark.
But the more interesting thing you find, and as you start to look over everything, given your necessity for maps, you find a world map. Or at least the closest thing you can ever think to is a world map, as there are many things on here that are outside of your purview of if this is right, wrong, or in between. But the only thing that kind of gives you a moniker of hope is the fact that you see a country labeled Esfavani. So I will DM you that map.
Sounds good. Can I see a rough shape of the country map that I have somewhere on this map?
The Ixia City one?
Yeah, the two countries, yeah.
Yeah, Ixia City is on the world map as well.
Labeled as such too?
Yep.
Ooh, fascinating.
Give me a moment to get that over to you.
Is there any indication that of where we are in this world map, or is it just this is it? All right.
Alright. Whenever you decide to show the entire group, then I can make it available to everybody, but for now, only Richard's got it.
That's a lot of things.
Alright. Going over to the telescope, what exactly are you trying to look with the telescope, Nori?
Not entirely sure. It's been a while since Nori's seen a telescope.
Well, it's a thing made out of metal with different curved pieces of glass inside that let you look really, really far away.
Thanks, Val.
I was mainly telling Nori that.
I feel like she's seen one before. She grew up in Artemere. She would have encountered one at least once. I don't know.
Your father
Make sure.
doesn't care about celestial things.
But does my mother? Or did my mother? Rest in peace. Yeah, I don't know. I get bad vibes from this thing. Can I just do an investigation check on the outside to make sure it's not trapped or something?
Sure, go ahead and give me an investigation check. The footsteps that you guys had heard crossing by somewhere outside this room have trailed away for a while, to the point where they're no longer impact feeling or you can hear them anymore. 11. Looking at it, I mean, it looks like a telescope. It looks like an older make. Nothing. It looks like probably copper and some other sort of metal. You're not sure, but other than that, there's no strings or like no push the red button or anything like that.
Yeah, I guess I'll look through it.
Okay, it's a telescope.
What do I see?
You see in eternal darkness as you use it to stare up.
Creepy.
Yep.
Can I move it, or is it too...
You can move it. It's not too difficult.
Can I do like a perception check to see what's around in like the distance, especially for purposes of getting out of here eventually?
Yeah, where you guys currently at, unless you're gonna move it around the entire room, you're not gonna be able to see much in this direction. Looks like this one's probably purposely set here to just look at the sky.
The inky blackness of the sky.
Gives you an idea that probably the inky blackness is not a thing that was always here.
And everything is covered in dust, isn't it?
Yeah, except for those footprints that I had mentioned last session, leading from the door, going to the drafting table, to the bookcase, and then back. Rashi just kind of awkwardly standing around. So what are we doing, guys?
Escapon kind of looks back from what he was looking at.
What are we doing? We just gonna sit here and look at stuff, or are we gonna try and get out of here? I just want to plan.
Well, that's the goal, to get out of here, but... Everyone want to reconvene? Anyone find anything interesting?
Macha will hold up his candle and snap an arm, and then snuff it, and then snap an arm.
Nice!
No candle.
No
Is
mention
it-
of the map.
Is it as does the candle like able to stick to things, or do you have to hold it?
No, it's got like the little metal base with the hook for the finger. But that's about it.
You look like such a dapper bird with a candle.
Macha's thinking of ways to adhere it to Bryn's shield.
Why? Why am I coming back to that? I only hear half a conversation, and why?
Because that's for sure.
You were just complaining about how you can't see in the dark either. I'm just saying.
The cauldron has a weird enchantment or something to it. It glows a little purple, but there's nothing in it.
Is there anything interesting about like the alchemical stuff on the alchemy table, or no? I remember Racha wanting alchemy supplies at
Yeah.
some point. I
Like I
don't
said,
remember what for.
There's
though.
interesting stuff on there, but most of it is meant to stay there. And you can take little things here and there, but it's not gonna be useful in any sense without the rest of the stuff.
Rachel just takes a bunch of beakers and swirly tubes and
I
throws
was-
them in his bag.
I was more talking about like actual components or something to that effect. Like,
No, there's most like you get the sense of like there's a small like open-ended jar that has a very high level of ash inside. You get the sense that whatever was probably in there has basically decayed and degraded into ash already. Other than that, though, there's no sort of supplies here.
Racha is going to, as he's at the alchemy table, pantomime a bunch of stuff like he's doing something, and then turn around and go, and like it's Animal Crossing, hold up the world map like, I just made this.
Where did you get that?
He points at the table.
Why do you ask these questions, Nori?
I don't know anymore.
He goes off and he finds things. That's literally what he does.
And it seems he makes things too. But I was just looking at the table. There was nothing there, Racha.
2 + 2, I figured water.
Where it is
I'd love to use context clues to figure out where we are with this map, but we really can't because it is eternal darkness.
Saren did, or Amrik wanted to have Rashi try to remove the shield from the wall.
Nori will stop you. No, we're not removing the shield from the wall. That is not a good plan.
I'm just referring to what I was told.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not touching nothing. You guys want to open doors? You guys do it. I'm in the middle. I'm not in the back. I'm not in the front. I am right here, healing you guys if you go down or we get in a fight or something. But I'm not touching shit.
Okay, Rashi. Well, I think we found whatever we could from this room. But we better get going before whatever that thing was out there comes back.
Yeah, Nori's gonna go over to the door and then listen.
Out of the group, which one would be the most magical, liquidy knowing peoples?
I think it's
Ignore
Racha, in
the
all
group.
honesty.
Racha or Nori, that's about it.
I mean, Kaporn knows a little bit of warlock stuff because of past life, but I mean, she's not that magical.
Alright, just because she can explain it, because I don't know if she has the words, Bryn will go tell Nori about the liquid stuff that is in the distiller.
That is a big ass map. Yeah, Nori will go check out the liquid.
Alright, go ahead and give me an Arcana check. It's definitely a magical potion of some kind.
I mean, it's a potion of some kind. I don't know enough about alchemy to say for certain.
You know it does something, and you know there's enough liquid in there for probably one usage.
I don't trust that at all.
Kaporn's like, well, maybe useful for later. Comes with a ladle and his empty bottle that he has, and just kind of like starts to see if he could ladle it in.
Okay. You put your ladle in there and it disintegrates.
I mean, is there like a spout or something that would pour out
Good
of?
job, Bryn. There is
Yeah,
a spout
there we go.
off to the
Oh,
bottom
wow.
left.
Weird.
Well, Brandon had looked over it, not Kaporn.
As soon as he like sticks the ladle and Bryn just points down to the
And he just pulls
thing,
his
like,
ladle
what are you
out
doing?
and there's no more ladle at the bottom.
Great. Well, he goes down to the bottom and see if he can pour it into.
What are you pouring it into?
It was the old
Bryn's
well,
gonna back up.
I actually have a glass bottle on me.
Okay.
Oh no.
Bryn's backing up like 10 feet away at least from Kaporin.
Roger that.
Same.
Alright, so you crack open the spout and the liquid starts to pour into the glass bottle itself. Do you have a cork for this bottle or a glass stopper like most magical liquids need?
Ooh, I don't. I mean, I have the cork from the other bottle I had, but
Okay.
I don't
Well, the
think.
liquid comes out of the spout, very silvery as it comes out. It's only when it hits in the bottle and it rests for a moment that it goes clear again. You go to put the cork in, and you kind of like hold it up, and just a little bit of the liquid kind of splashes up and hits the cork and starts disintegrating it.
You're gonna want to be very careful, sir, Nori says from 10 feet away.
Hold on. Well, I mean, there's that other table. Let me go see if there's any stoppers over there.
Does Amric notice all this?
What's your passive?
Probably not high enough. 14.
Yeah, that's enough.
Kaporin, do you think that's strong enough to eat through metal?
Holds up the ladle. Yeah.
Can you come here for a moment?
Imric, what are you planning on doing?
I noticed that the shield up here is of a really nice make, but it's bracketed to the wall. Perhaps with Kaporin's acid, we could get it down.
I don't know how smart that is, considering there is a very large creature that just walked by with metal stuff on. That thing, if it drops, it's going to make a very loud noise, and I personally don't want to get eaten by whatever the fuck that thing was.
Well, I'm sure even if I can't do it on my own, Bryn and I could just hold the shield up before it would fall.
Also, I'm worried it's some sort of cursed, because have you seen this place?
Hey, 2 in 1 party. Let's go. I think it's a good idea, and if it's perhaps it'll help our survival. We definitely are probably gonna need all the help we could get.
In reality, Amric just wants a really nice shield.
I do.
Well, Kaporin's not gonna stop you, and he'll hand you the bottle, hand over the bottle to you, and run off to go look for a stopper. Hopefully, he can find one.
Do you think you're going to be able to pour it precisely enough without destroying the other stuff?
I looked it over a little bit, and I'm not going to try and destroy them, but I don't think the swords are too valuable.
Are they like anchored to the wall?
Yeah.
And like how high up is it?
It's about 6 feet up.
But if someone else
The
would like to
bottom
give
of
it a try,
the bottom
you're
of the
more than
shield-
welcome
The
to.
shield extends up a good 3 feet.
Oh, so that's Kaporin and Richard stacked on top of each other, basically.
Or, I mean, you could get to the bottom of the shield. Just, it's actually lower. It's shorter than you. Your head basically is like in the middle of the shield.
Rachov, you're pretty nimble. If you like, I can hold the shield in place, and you can climb up my back and pour it on the brackets.
I mean, if
Richard,
you're just trying to get the shield away from the swords, then there's only two pins that are holding it to the swords.
Richard just sort of like conjures out his ghost hand.
Well, if it rues to take it, Emmerich will hand off the vial to the ghost hand, and then he'll move to hold the shield in place so it doesn't fall on the ground and make a super loud noise.
Or you picking it up, or taking the.
I mean the ghost hand will take the vial for sure, but Richard's sort of like thinking like this is completely necessary in Bryn's place.
Yeah, I don't know if this is something we super need to do. That could come in useful later if we're trying to melt a lock or something.
Richard shakes his head no, and then like just with his own hands mimics like it almost kind of looks like he's pelvic thrusting, but he's just like just yank it.
It might make some noise. Are you all okay with possibly summoning whatever's out there?
Kaporin is like, Sure.
If you're gonna do it, I would say do it the quieter way, but I think half of us don't even want you to do it in the first place, so... You're a grown guy. Just know if anything comes, I'm pushing you out the door first.
Are you able to push him?
Rashi's strong.
This is true. He's also like super tall. Just awkward.
Rashi's 16 strength.
That's true.
Well, I'm doing it. Final vote. Quiet way or loud way?
If you're doing it, do it the quiet way.
Please.
Rachaw has the vial now.
They look at the thing. You know, he's just like, oh. Yeah, he'll go ahead and. Is it so? It looks like they're bracketed in, or
There's two bolts that are connecting the shield to the swords.
gotcha. He will do his best to drip only onto the bolts specifically.
All right, you start to pour the liquid onto the bolts, and a sizzling sound effect and smoke rises from the bolts as the liquid starts to eat away at them. Not as much as you would hope, and after you get through with one bolt, you only have about half the vial left. So it's going to take the whole vial to get this shield off. If you would have tried for all of it, it wouldn't have come off.
I don't understand what you mean by that.
If you had tried to get the swords out too, because the swords have more brackets against the wall.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm at halfway there. It's not going to do anything else now at this point.
all right. So with that, Amric holding it, luckily, the shield comes loose. As soon as the bolts are cut through, the portions of the bolts, dogs bark somewhere in the castle.
It's from the garden.
Yeah. As soon as the shield comes loose from the swords, the two pieces of bolt that are actually connected to the shield fall off. There's a slight warmth that comes off the shield. It's a nice shield. Requires attunement.
Rashi, do you have any way of... Lord Kaporan, do you have any way of deigning whether this is magical
I'm
or not?
not wasting my spells until we're out of here. Gotta be
Kaporan just
freaking
looks
kidding
at-
me. We don't know how big this place is and what we're gonna have to do to get out of here.
Just looks at it inquisitively. It's magical. Maybe. It looks
And
nice.
Nori's gonna go over to the door and just kind of listen for any footsteps or, I don't know, clattering of bones.
It is.
I don't know if it's a skeleton or
It is
something.
a thick metal and wood door. You're not hearing anything on the other side.
Does Amric even have a weapon that he can use with a shield?
I use a
fist.
longsword and shield right now.
Oh, I thought you were using a greatsword.
No.
That just
No,
is
yeah, I
your
use
character.
I
Gotcha.
use a longsword and shield.
Yeah. Until you attune to it,
It's just a regular shield.
it'll give you the same benefits as a
Um,
regular shield does.
Well, I need to get the feel of it, so I guess I'll go ahead and try and just use it for now.
Yep.
Sling the other one on my back.
It's a little bit bigger than the regular shield that you have. The edges of it kind of flay out, so it almost looks like a square instead of a circle. Just the edges of it, so it feels like a circle, but the edges are pinched out to a point at four corners. And then there's an insignia emblazoned on the front, but you're not sure what it means.
Dude.
All right.
Juan would like his bottle back, Rachaw.
Cha just sort of shrugs and goes, I don't know where it went.
Side of hand check.
It's pretty good.
Horn literally turns around with the looking for a stopper, and it's gone. And he's like, "Where'd the bottle
The
go?"
mage hand kind of like floats past Richaw, and then the vial just disappears out of the mage hand as the mage hand continues on.
I was,
I like to.
I was gonna put it back into his own bag.
Can do.
I like to imagine Nori saw it and then just didn't comment at all, just like, yeah, sure, and then continued trying to listen at the door. Actually, I want to check the hinges. Are they really rusty? If I open this door, are they gonna?
There's no rust anywhere on any of these items.
Fascinating.
So, what are we doing, guys?
I don't think it ever came up, but for those of us with non-magical metal items, when we aged a bunch, did they get rusted at all? Or were they fine?
Nope, your weapons did not suffer a con save. It was more of your body going through the physical toil of all that rather than the actual time passage.
Right, should we head out? Because we can't go through the window.
What I've been saying.
Ladies
Thanks,
first.
Rashi.
I'm totally behind you, Nori. She's just like next to you, tapping her foot, looking at everybody just like fuck around in the room.
But by that you mean in the middle, right?
But she's in the middle? I'm just not moving
She
her
said
token.
she's gonna be in the middle. No, I know. She said she's gonna be in the middle though. She's not gonna be in the front. She's not gonna be in the back.
Yeah. Hence why she's waiting for other people to go first so she can go to the middle.
Ladies first.
Amric,
Well,
you got a new
never-
you got a new cool shield. You go first.
Or the one who sneaks all the freaking time and
That's
can
true.
check shit.
I take it back.
He slid through the keyhole. He never actually opened the door.
He's cracking the door and peering out into the
Stealthily?
space. Yeah.
Give me a stealth check. With
Oh, Nori did
disadvantage.
cast. Nori did cast Pass Without Trace last session.
Yeah, very beginning of it. As soon as you guys got here.
So congratulations, Richard. You got a 41.
It was a
37.
disadvantage, so 37, unfortunately.
Oh, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yep.
Horrible stealth.
Yeah, it wasn't over 40, so you fail. So you go to open up the door, and the way... Luckily, no one else opened it up, because as you start to open it, you realize that it's a heavy tumbler, and it's going to fall inside the door, and you hold it at the last moment as you slide open the door, just barely pulling the bolt back enough to get the door open without it slamming and echoing, probably, throughout the entirety of this place. But you slide the door open.
Open sesame.
Main things, you don't have dark vision, so it sucks when the sneakiest one has to go first. It is decently dark in here, with just sort of ambient lights coming from the room that you're in. No torches seem to be ablaze or anything. You do see sconces up against some of the wall to your left, but that's pretty much it. You see what looks to be staircases going down into what looks like a foyer. There's a large hallway in front of you, and then it looks like a hallway that goes to the left. But you're barely catching those things in the very, very peripheral of your vision.
I guess for now, because I don't want to be alerting people with a 30-foot radius light source, I'll snap on that candle and just sort of give myself a little bit of light.
Roger that.
And then I'm making my way forward, cautiously looking for traps at every second.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Coming down this first flight of stairs, there doesn't seem to be any sort of trap or anything. You do see the footsteps of the same sort of creature that was moving around in the room you guys were just in. You see a set that go up and a set that go down, and it looks like it curves down the other staircase that you can see and leads towards the front door. It almost looks like whoever this was came in here with a strict place to go, knew what they were coming in for, and got out. But how far down do you want to go, Richo?
I'll make it down to the bottom of the staircase at the very least. And then, do these footprints, do they look like they're shoes of a two-footed person, or is it like...
Yeah, they look bipedal. You can't, the size-wise, you're looking like 7-8 inches long, only a few inches across. So it's a small creature, whatever it is.
Gotcha. And it's only like, it looks like it has shoes or something. It's not like
Yes.
they are footprints.
Looks like some sort of cloth shoe.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll just be looking around.
As you come out, slowly just rocking back and forth, some of them while others are actually taking steps around, you see different skeletons that are holding weapons, bows, shields, just kind of mulling about like most zombie movies you see before the zombies get alerted. Some just completely still, just rocking back slightly ever so forth, while others are actually taking steps here or there. You see some down at a lower level and some on your level. They don't seem to have noticed you just yet.
And in terms of like weaponry, are they holding
Swords, bows, and shields.
And it seems like down, so that the footsteps are going down, but is there any sort of traffic whatsoever going towards those two to the left there?
Very faint, like scratch marks, but nothing like those footprints were. Again, remember, for the sake of this, you're pretty much blind except for 5 feet around.
Well, it would be 5 more feet as dim light, so I could see at least a little bit more.
Well,
but,
a little bit, yeah. So your little light is catching on different parts of the metal that these guys have, which is giving you a way to see them.
Gotcha. I was gonna like look back up at the stairs of the people and just put his finger up to his beak, like he's saying shush.
Mentally to Richa, Mori will go, what do you see?
There's dead bodies up there.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't think he's ever heard the word skeleton.
Creepy. I relay very slowly to everyone, mentally. Richa says there's dead bodies. I suspect skeletons.
Zombies, come on.
Or zombies. One of the above. Something undead.
There you go. Actually, Nora, you'd probably think zombies before skeletons because there are zombie grubs in the mountains and such that parasitically kill and take over the host and use its body.
So essentially like the grubs we found at that island?
Pretty much.
Do I have any?
They're the ones you first knew of are more parasitic, like Smaller things. Eric?
Would Amric have any experience with any of those terms? Beyond just folklore and stuff?
Nothing that you came across. The only real dead thing stuff that you know would have been from the Wood Elves and them talking about liches.
Got it. And what words did Nora use?
Dead bodies.
Oh.
I said dead bodies, likely something undead.
Alright, Rachel, you're at the base of the stairs. You've warned everyone else. What's the next step?
I mean, I guess I'd be following the footprints, but that one's looking right at us. Does it?
Decisions.
So does it feel like skeletons would be the result of whatever it is we heard walking around,
You have
or
no idea. You barely can tell what was walking around, let alone what it actually is. You're just like,
Yeah.
okay, it's on 4 feet and something metal. Either it has metal with it, or it's made of metal, or it's dragging something that was metal. You're not sure.
could have just been two things with two different feet? But the
Working on their choreography.
I mean, yeah, I guess he'd be trying his best to head towards the follow the footprints, because that seems like the way it's going to be out, at least, is his assumption.
All right. What's the order that you guys want to follow, Rachel?
Or don't follow it. Let me do this all by myself.
You didn't tell them not to follow you.
I think I'd be right behind Richa because I've got the mental thing. And I've got Pass Without Trace.
Yeah, if Nori's doing stealth stuff, Amric's gonna stay close to her because he's bad at it.
Kaporn's putting himself in between Bryn and... Oh, wait. Where is Rashi going?
Rashi's going in
She's
the
going
middle,
in the
so
middle.
she'd be right behind Bryn, and Bryn wouldn't be too far from Nori. So it's gonna go Rachad, Nori, Bryn, Rashi, Amric.
I guess the bard's taking up the back then.
If you fail your stealth check, you are literally just playing your loot down these stairs, and it's like, ah.
It's just like, it's like strumming for some reason down while I'm walking down the stairs.
Alright, everyone.
Bryn is going to slash that fucking thing if you take that out right now.
Everyone, go ahead and roll stealth checks. This would be a new one for you too, Rachel.
So Nori got a 29.
It's not a disadvantage anymore, right?
No, that was just because
Amber.
the door had the thing.
Amric got a 30 that turns into 12.
And Bryn's computer is being weird, so hang on.
You guys didn't even see me go down the stairs.
Just insane stealth. 36.
They immediately went the wrong direction. Though you're holding a little 5-foot light.
I almost got a really good stealth roll.
Almost with no cigar.
Bryn just rolled two 18s in a row.
Still a 12.
Gotta roll for Rashi.
It's not a natural one, so it becomes a 12 at least.
So far, I think I'm probably the only one that's gonna fail it. Definitely, yeah, I'm the only one that's gonna fail it.
I think he has disadvantage though, unfortunately.
He's got medium armor.
But some medium armors are disadvantaged, so I don't know.
Chain shirt doesn't impose disadvantage.
Cool.
32, wow.
Damn.
She's been learning from her Cha.
Hasn't been
We
picking
all-
up the speak, but it's been picking up the sneak.
As long as it rhymes. Alright, so luckily, with Rashi rolling so high, she's able to offset Amric. Because she's right there next to him. Literally, Amric is like following her down and like steps on the back of her heel. And she has that internal struggle of, but doesn't let out a word. And just kind of like reaches back and like stops Amric's leg from walking forward. And there's like a tense moment of, sorry. And then you guys continue down the stairs. Alright, so looking down here, you see more skeletons. Some of the sconces on the wall on this level are lit. You see further down, further down into the large sets of doors that make up the bottom floor. Right now, you guys are on what looks to be the 3rd floor, the top of the stairs, going down to 2. Richard, you're in the front, so you're leading this ragtag.
Hence rag tag.
Yeah, I'll be going carefully down the stairs still, making sure I'm not about to trigger anything.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check. I'm sure you know that there's eventually going to be a tipping point.
I feel like because I've done it to my own group that there's a tripwire that just sends them falling down the stairs.
Looking down, doesn't seem to be any immediate traps on this staircase as you make your way to the bottom. Once he makes it down to the bottom, the rest of you follow suit quickly as to not get too far away. Because, you know, in a moment you could lose him. But you guys all see now that there is a skeleton, sword and shield, just standing there kind of rocking forwards and back. In the middle of you guys in the next staircase.
Is it facing our direction or the other direction?
Facing you guys.
Oh, Warren kind of whispering forward is like,
didn't hear
Metsuda and Nori's gonna say, what did you say?
You literally don't have to whisper. You could say that you're whispering, but you don't actually have to whisper.
oh yeah, I can do a thing.
Mentally, what thing is that?
And if it's a spell, that means you use your loot.
Shatter.
Well, it's actually major image, and that's not associated to my loot.
Well, unless you have the components for major, does major image have a component? Because if you're using your...
It's a bit of fleece.
Okay, do you have a bit of fleece? If not, then you're using your loot as your spellcasting focus. So that's how you get around not having to have all the items for stuff. Is that
I have my staff.
Yeah, you use your spellcasting focus for anything that doesn't have any spell that doesn't have a monetary value to it. And since you're a bard, you play instruments.
That's true. Okay, I can't do it. I mean,
This is Kaporin's chance to get into snap poetry.
Just-
like,
You just have to have her chop.
or I don't really want to have to play my lute and ruin everyone.
Yeah, don't don't ruin the stealth. We're trying really hard. We'll try to figure something out. To Rashi, Nori's gonna go, what's the range on your thing? What's it called? I forget what it's called.
Spirit weapon?
Turn undead?
Thaumaturgy.
Special?
Thaumaturgy.
She doesn't have it packed.
It's a cantrip. Did she get rid of it?
For some reason, she doesn't have it anymore.
Huh, well, never mind then.
She never told me that she was swapping it out, so trust me, I've already made that a problem.
I mean, I have an idea. It's gonna be real stupid real quick, though. I'm just letting you guys know.
Means it's the perfect
Have
idea
you,
for us.
yeah, I was gonna say, have you met this group? I mean, Rashi does have turn undead.
And I did just take a random magical shield out of a haunted castle, so
She's like, if you want, I could try and turn undead, and then we run as they start to run away.
What's the range of it?
I gotta get within 30 feet.
Can you stealth up there?
I feel
It's
like
literally
if
like
one,
right next to Racha.
I
But
feel like
it's gonna
one's
make a lot of noise. What if we do? What if? Okay, Racha, you're pretty good at being sneaky and hitting things for a lot. What if we all like just try and do a ranged attack at it all at once? Maybe we kill it. It doesn't know we're here yet.
Wouldn't that just make a mess?
It's gonna make a lot of clattery bone sounds.
unless someone's there to catch it.
I'm the only one putting out options here.
We're trying. We're panicking. Or I'm panicking.
I'm gonna just do it then, I guess. I'm going to try and deceive the skeleton into making it think I'm also a skeleton with my white feathers, making me look like I'm a skeleton.
I could just blind it.
Too late. He said what he was doing.
Basically, I'm gonna sneak up. I'm still gonna be sneaking, but if it sees me, I'm going to do that. And then, if it succeeds in doing that, I will distract it so that everybody else can try. If it doesn't succeed, I'm beating the shit out of it with my fist.
So, you take 2 steps forward, and then once getting within 30 feet of it, it snaps its head in your direction.
I make the exact same noises, and I'm hobbling and shuffling like a skeleton.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
This is what Porton was made for. I really...
You know, and if Kaporn... Oh...
It was so close to being good.
Oh, we were so close.
I say you
I was gonna have it roll for
take back
perception.
that.
But,
You can take that back and say like, oh
This-
no, it's just
No.
that
Rachel
one.
doesn't
No
have a
disadvantage.
reliable talent yet, does he?
already had it. So,
Nah, but it wouldn't be deception anyways.
as Richard steps forward, you see the skeleton sort of spring to life as it feels a life force nearby now, snapping its head in the same direction. Richard goes, like pulling a leg back and like,
Still moving. I'm still moving towards it,
yeah,
and if I could get in the range, I'm beating the crap out of it.
not realizing there's a difference between zombie and skeleton. He's doing zombie moves to get closer to the skeleton. Now, so you get 10 more feet closer to it before it kind of, and then takes the shield and sword and starts banging them together. Let's roll initiative, guys.
Wonderful.
Tried giving you all the sneak attack route where
It was
Rashad
so
would drop it
close,
with one
guys.
shot.
I was trying. I didn't want to pull out the bow if I didn't have to because I'm probably gonna miss this thing.
I got double digits initiative. Woo!
All right, so go ahead and one second. Actually.
No one got higher than a 20, just to let you know.
I didn't want to go first.
Get that battle music going. All right,
With what dice he's using, you're probably not.
25 to 20,
No one.
19 to 15.
16? I'm 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on, yeah, you're rushing.
There's your roll, Afric. There's your roll.
14 to 10.
The point is a 13.
Amric is a 12. And then Brennan and
And then-
Racha are both.
Yeah, we're 11.
Super chopper.
The rich in.
Sorry, yeah, I was trying to get my stupid camera to work.
What are you, Nori?
She's a 16?
I had a 16.
Okay, yeah. So what am I-
And then that's Rashi. Rashi's a 4.
Yeah, Nori, Thor, Amber, Control,
Rashi?
Amric is above Brendan Racha by 1.
Yeah. Alright, everybody. Don't worry, Nori, you're not first.
That's not what I meant, Val. It's really not what I meant.
So, as the shield and sword skeleton in front of you bangs it together, all the other ones start to snap awake that are all around on the different floors. Alright, first one is going at Racha. Arrow. That is a 22. Yes, a 22 to hit. He's not talking, so Brenda's that hit.
Sorry, 22 for Chalk, I think so.
Sorry, I just sat back down.
No
What's up?
So 22 hits. First one to you, Racha, that's 3 points of piercing damage.
Is it a shot?
Yeah.
Can I catch it?
So check.
Just for reference, the building we're in is made out of stone and marble.
Correct.
Got it.
Nori casts Meld into stone, just becomes one with the stone, avoids the fight entirely.
Kaporn's like knocking on the stone. No, get out of here right now!
No.
Alright, so you catch the first one.
Can I keep holding, fling it back at the thing?
Sure. Then roll the attack. You don't have a range on that one, right?
I think it's 30 feet. 3120, but I could be wrong.
I'm trying to find it in my list of stuff.
The long list among stuff.
It's got 2060. So as close or within 20 is regular, 60 is
Yeah, so
advantage.
you attack with disadvantage.
Cool.
Nineteen hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 9 points. All right. Okay. Second archer shoots at you. That is only 14 to hit.
It misses.
And Kaporin, you're getting one, but it's at disadvantage. That is a 16 to hit.
It hits.
That hits. Okay. That is 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
All right, ending the archer's turn. Nora, you are up.
All right, how far is everyone away from me?
We're all around you.
I mean the skeletons.
Oh, skeletons. I think the closest one is going to be like 45 feet away.
Nori's going to run 15 feet forward to get within 30 feet of this guy, and then, I don't know, toss to produce flame at this thing. I want to save my spells for now. $19?
Yeah, that hits. Alright, 3 points of damage. Anything else?
It's a cantrip, so do it again.
Alright, that hits.
A big 9 damage.
Solid bits of damage. Incinerating all the little bits of like leather and stuff that is still left over on its body. It's still standing though. And your turn?
That's all I can do.
Alright, at the end of Nora, we got Kapoor and Amric, you're on deck.
I'm still technically on the top floor. Are the skeletons from above us coming down towards us?
The archer is the one that came over and shot you.
Oh, the one on the second floor? Or on the floor I'm on?
Yeah.
Can I take cover behind the wall in front of me? Or the that segment of wall before the next to the stairs?
Doesn't give you full cover, but it gives you half.
Okay. And they're about. What's the distance from me to that skeleton? Just to find.
65 feet.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Okay, with that, I'm gonna cast greater invisibility for myself,
Okay.
and then
You are greaterly invisible.
thank you. I like being. I like that feeling. Cantrip. Oh, the one that's in front of Rachat. That's less than 60 feet away from me, right? I'm sorry.
55.
55. Perfect. Vicious Mockery. That buggard.
That's a nat 1.
Okay. 8 psychic damage and. What was the other effect? Sorry. He would have made.
No worries, because it's dead.
Oh, cool.
So you
I
see
mock
it, you whisper some words towards it. No one else can hear it, but as it comes across, you see the skeleton just... and then the jaw just kind of like falls and hangs from one side before it just crumples into bones.
Rachaw thinks, well, I can't mimic that.
But damn it, you'll try.
Killing someone with vicious mockery is just, it's the fun. You insult someone to death.
Good. Be
Anything
a plow
else?
bones, just should be.
That's the end of your turn, Kapoor?
That's the end of my turn. And no one saw that it killed it.
Nope. Amric, you are up.
So you said no one could hear Kapoor's vicious mockery?
You heard it, you just couldn't understand what he said.
Did I hear enough well enough, or did I hear it well enough to know where it came from? I'm deciding whether or not I'm gonna try and take Kapoor's space right now because he's invisible.
Yeah, you saw Kapoor go invisible, and then you can hear and see the footsteps. It's all dusty, so you can see where he's stepping.
Then I'm going to stay where I am since there's no more cover, and I'm actually gonna. Am I at the top right there? I can't tell. I'm going to take. I'm just gonna turn around and I'm gonna position myself so I'm in between the archers in the group, and I'm gonna take the dodge action so that hopefully they're shooting at me instead of everyone else.
All right.
And then that's it.
Okay, ending Amric's turn. You're down to Rachaw. Bryn on deck.
Turns back towards Nori and is like, retreat?
Looking at me?
You're the one right there.
Where the fuck do we go?
He just sort of shrugs and was like, all right then. And he just goes running off towards the archer and pulls out his short sword.
Feet.
He'll dash for that last little bit.
This isn't a thing I like.
As you rush forward, you kind of get up into the space of the skeleton, and then you hear chink, 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 chink of metal on stone as this metallic, almost scarab beetle looking like creature turns around on its legs to face you.
Like a Warforged machine?
You don't see it.
Oh.
I don't actually have the mini for it in this game, so I've got to use the
material
for it.
I'm imagining that thing. But so it just turned around to look at me. It's not like doing anything towards it. All right, I will swing at the skeleton then.
Go for it. That misses. With this metallic creature kind of catching you off guard, you kind of like swing at the skeleton but are still staring at it. Go ahead and make a dex save. Alright, you kind of like lose grip of your short sword for a moment before like pinky finger holding it onto it, and then you're kind of like, oh, okay.
Ooh, I don't know what it is with him, but he is not having this combat right now. But that would be everything I can do. Can I impose the skeleton between me and whatever that thing is?
Alright. We'll do ending Rachad's turn. Bryn, you're up with Rashi on deck.
So since I was closer to Nori and them, I'm assuming I'm down the stairs. I'm gonna go towards the skeleton as well. While I'm going, say El Jour, so flame sword. Because they already know we're here.
35 feet of movement?
Yes.
Alright, that puts you right there.
Alright, dash to get closer.
You got 15 more feet of movement, but now you're starting to see the creature in the doorway.
Oh, that's fun.
Do you actually do
No, I don't say that.
something which I wanted to keep?
We're gonna. We don't know what's on the other side of that door, so we'll go to the skeleton with Rickshaw.
Alright, that gets you there.
And that's all I did.
Ending Bryn's turn brings us to Rashi. Kaporn went invisible. She doesn't know where he's at. She's gonna cast Death Ward on you, but everyone else left. So it's down to Amric and Nori, because she's not gonna cast Beacon of Hope because everyone else moved away, so it'd only work on 2 people because it's people they can see.
She was gonna cast what on me?
Death Ward.
Death Ward.
It means if you go down to 0 hit points, it stabilizes you back with 1 hit point. Or if you were going to outright die, it stabilizes you. She didn't pick up Guiding Bolt this time around, so... Nori, you've got Wild Shape. Amric's got the Parry Apt. This is not gonna use Death Ward on either of you two. She's literally like, fuck! Everyone left! Okay,
Does she have Sacred Flame or Toll the Dead?
she's got Sacred Flame, but she really wanted to use Death Ward and then Sacred Flame on the back end. But Death Ward is touch, so... Alright, she's just gonna move forward towards... she does Kaporn and Amric have the top. Actually, she's gonna 3 and 3 it, so she's gonna go up top with Amric and Kaporn. Okay. So, 2 Sacred Flames. First one misses. Second one does take effect. So that is 2d8. She wipes out that archer. Alright, she had to use movement to get there, so end of her turn brings us to Skellies.
Imagining this just so clattery. No more stealth. We've been super noticed.
Alright, it has the dash to get there to give its buddy advantage on you, Rashaw. That is a 17 to hit. Yeah or nay?
Sorry, was looking at other things. I believe I have 18. Give me a quick sec. Yep, I'm an 18.
Alright, cool. So no damage there. Use their turn to get there. That ends their turn, bringing us to top of the round.
Can Nori see this thing? She's got dark vision.
Oh yeah, and you guys start to hear it as it moves now, and moving faster than when you guys had initially heard something like it back in that room. You hear as it's now on all 6 feet as it moves forward, almost blades for legs. Alright, Bran. So, first one is up. That is a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Second one is a 22 to hit.
Unfortunately, it does hit.
Alright. That is... Ooh. 21 points of slashing damage. And then over to you, Rachaw. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Alright, you save. So you take half damage.
I take no damage with the dex save.
Yeah, okay. So I won't even tell you how much it was going to be. Alright. So you just see it turn towards you, and this blue cone of energy just kind of shoots in your direction very quickly, and you just kind of twirl and let it breeze your feathers a little bit.
It literally fired its laser at me.
Alright, that brings us to the archers. So to you, Bran. That's only a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Alright. Ending turn there brings us to Nori Kapoor on deck.
How far away is the nearest skeleton?
– 70 feet.
Yeah,
There's
no
one
hope
at
in
the
getting there.
There's one of the steps that looked closer, dude.
Yeah, but I'm more
She can't see
concerned
that.
about this thing. Yeah, we're just gonna do this because I saw it do a fuck ton of damage. We're gonna cast lightning bolt at the weird beetle thing.
No,
Alright, that's
I
dex
wanted
save.
to mount it.
That is a 26.
DC 16. Yeah, that passes, but it takes half, so it takes 15 or 16 depending if we're rounding up or down.
Round it up. Alright, so 16 points of damage. Alright.
And then Nori's gonna move 30 feet forward.
Okay, 30 feet forward towards the thing.
Yes, and then it needs to make a con save.
What's it making a con save for?
Frostbite.
Oh, gotcha. It is a 25.
That passes, believe it or not.
Yes, so no damage, right? Okay. Alright, I'll start moving you, Kaporin. You are up. Amric on deck.
Okay, that's a skeleton next to Rashi? Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I don't really want to waste my spells right now. I'm gonna cast another. I'm gonna do 2 vicious mockeries on the nearest skeleton. The nearest skeleton.
It's a 17 and a 3.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember. The loot gives me. Oh, does that count as an attack though? DC Wisdom?
No, that's a saving throw.
Yeah.
So it'd be.
So,
Yeah, sorry. Only 2 points of damage.
yeah, 2 points of damage. And then I will move back towards the full distance back towards the original staircase we were from. Just trying to line myself up with the for my next turn.
Alright, bring us to Amric. For Cha, you're on deck.
Well, I will run around, so I'm flanking that skeleton with Rashi. And then I'm gonna take swing. 14 to hit.
That hits.
I roll. 13 slashing damage. It went down.
It goes bye-bye.
How much
You got 10 feet
movement?
more.
I'll move to interpose myself between Rashi and the skeleton, and I'll say, I'll kind of mutter under my breath, what is this unnaturalness? Because I've never seen undead stuff before. And then to Rashi.
I would have given you inspiration if you said there can only be one.
But to Rashi, I'll say, stay behind me. I'll cover this.
Okay, ending Amric's turn, bring us to Rachab. Bryn on deck.
I will swipe at the one I had already started swiping at.
Swipe or no swipey, go ahead. Hits.
It's just a 12, unfortunately.
Still enough.
Alright, and then I'll whip around and clock this other one in the face with an unarmed strike offhand.
Go for it. That hits.
Cha being a monk is so funny because he'll stab a man and then he'll just punch another person in the gut and then they die.
Alright, so you hit it, does some good damage, but it's still standing.
It's vulnerable to bludgeoning. I was just wondering.
Alright, so end your turn.
I will move 1 square to that way so that I'm sort of like getting back to back with Bryn.
Alright, ending Rachab's turn brings us to Bryn with Rashi on deck.
Alright, we're gonna cast Blur first. So then they have disadvantage.
You're all blurred up.
And then I'm going to action surge. I'm not quite happy with that hit. And Swing.
Go for it. Sorry, I got multiple tabs open, so you have to tell me what you do to hit, but that misses.
That misses? Okay. And number 2. What about an 18?
Misses.
God damn it. I
You actions. Oh. Yeah, okay, so you action search to do your attacks. Got it.
correct.
Anything for your bonus action?
Can we try to shove it back?
Can you shove anything that's bigger than you? I just don't remember as well. It is considered a large.
Where do I find that information?
It was, I believe it's one
One size
larger,
larger than you,
but
yeah.
they have advantage.
Gotcha.
So if they're larger than you.
Yeah. So I believe it's competed athletics.
I would say so, yeah. I think you still get acrobatics as the other one.
Beetle seems very acrobatic.
Rolled a 9. That's a natural 1. So
She trips and stumbles.
That's number 3 for this session already.
So acrobatics, that would be
Technically
a
4.
27.
more than a 9.
Love it. So you gotta hit it, and it's metal on metal, so it sends that ringing feeling down your arm and funny bone, and just it's like hitting a baseball at the tip of the bat, and just the entire shakingness in your hands.
Yeah, that's a lovely, lovely feeling. I want to relive. Thank you.
All right, and in your turn brings us to Rashi. As you told her to get behind you and you'll keep her safe, she's like, "You kidding me? This is what I was made for."
Doesn't it instantly die if it's below a certain challenge rating?
If she has up to destroy undead, yeah. But that's at a later level. I don't know if she's there yet.
No, she's not there yet. She is pumping her Searing Smite into this. So, with all that damage, you see her just kind of cut around you, Amric, and just take your mace and just literally just take its head off. It's just shattering it into dust as the mace just whips through it, and then the body kind of stands there for a moment before. Why don't you get behind me, big guy? I'll take care of things.
Gives inspiration for that.
And she ends her turn there. That brings us down to a few skeleton left. That's a 18 to hit you, Richard. I think that was your AC, right?
Correct.
Alright, that is 7 points of slashing damage. That is going to end his turn, bringing us to top of the round. Actually. Nori, make a Constitution saving throw for me. Then let me know what it is.
19.
I actually got a 19.
All right, you save. As the creature kind of like turns around toward to the side of Bryn, kind of looks past for a moment, and just this energy, kind of like subsonic energy, just kind of distorts the air in front of you before hitting you, kind of blowing your hair back for a moment. And you're kind of like, your body starts to seize up a little bit, but you kind of fight through it. As it's going to go ahead and take its 2 attacks against you, Bryn. Disadvantage. Makes it a 20 to hit for the first one.
Misses.
Alright, second one is a 23 to hit.
Damn. Yeah, that hits.
That is 17 points of slashing damage. That is going to bring us down to the last archer that's there. Going at you, Nori. That's only an 8 to hit. So, arrow goes past you. Alright, bring us Nori. Kaporn, you're on deck.
I guess I'll toss another. Yeah, I'll toss. What's it called? Produce flame at this weird beetle turtle.
Alright. Is that a save?
No save, it's an attack on my part.
Okay, go for it. Okay, let me know.
27 to hit.
That hits.
And 12 fire damage.
Alright.
Do that again. I got a 24 to hit,
That hits.
but only 6 damage.
Alright. Staying there.
Nori's going to. How many feet away am I from the beetle?
$35.
Nori's gonna run off to the side a bit, like behind it, but not get super close. Yeah, there's fine.
Alright, Kaporn, you are up.
Well, now that we cleaned upstairs, Horn's gonna move down. Move down full distance to this second floor. Distance to turtle.
$75.
Okay, perfect. We will go ahead and use a magic missile. Excuse me.
Alright.
And I got 5 of those in total.
Go ahead and roll them, and I believe each one of them has a +2.
Yes. 3.
Hold on, before
They're-
you start doing addition. What was that, Richard?
They're all
Okay.
+1.
+1. Okay.
Oh, with the loot bonus? Oh no, wait, never mind. Never mind. Shh. I'm quiet.
Alright. So, as the magic missiles fly out from the loot in different directions, impacting this thing, instead of impacting, they ting, 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 and start ricocheting off in different directions.
What the hell?
So, creatures within 15 feet of it get redirected at. So, for your first damage roll, it's a 5. That's going to hit Rachaw. Second damage bolt, it's going to hit Bryn for 6. Third bolt, Skeleton, which kills it.
I feel like that's a minor win to the situation at this point.
Pyrrhic victory.
So that brings it down to 2 people to go to. Rachaw, you get 5 more. Rachaw, you get 5 more.
Horn is now panicking because he did not understand why they bounced off.
Alright, Corn, you moved, you did your action. Anything else?
Me to Rachaw. Sorry, I just want to know the distance.
$75. Or sorry, no, 85. My bad.
85. Okay. No. No.
No, 75. Yeah, 75.
75.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to do the math every time because it only tells me how many tiles away it is.
No problem. Yeah, Caporn technically can't do anything at this distance. So.
Storm's on his-
Yeah. Well, no, he wouldn't do that. He doesn't want to give away his position.
Dude, you just strummed on
We
your
have-
lute and did magic missile out of it.
We have more than given away position. There is the stealth is out the window.
You literally,
even though
you literally
Well, he's
strummed-
invisible as well. Still,
Yeah.
that's the point.
Caporn's like,
Well, he literally strummed, and then out of the strings came all these magic missiles. So it's you don't get
You
a
guys are-
choice.
You guys are bringing up this point, but I totally see Kaporin doing that.
Thinking it, yeah. I don't want to give away my position. Okay. Ending Kaporin's turn. We got Hammer and Traw on deck.
Okay, quick question.
Yep.
Did these skeletons shoot arrows at us at one point? The ones that me and Rashi just killed?
Yep. One of them.
Where... Is the bow still salvageable?
No.
Okay. Then he'll kind of go like, point taken, but let's go. They probably need our help. And then I will rush back towards the stairs. And then I have my sword and shield out. So what would it be a bonus action or action to put those away and pull out my short bow?
That'd be an action.
Okay.
It's a two-handed thing is going for a two-handed thing.
How far am I away from them? Like 75 feet right now? 65-ish?
About 70 feet.
Then I'll action dash and get a little closer.
$35 away.
I'm so tempted to try and boomerang throw the shield. It's alright. And turn.
Good Captain America.
Captain America. We just finished that episode. Dude.
Alright, ending that go. Rachaw, you are up. Bryn on deck.
I will spin to the opposite side of Bryn so that I'm flanking with her. Does this thing look like it is sentient at all, or is it just mechanically moving around?
Do you want to make a perception check?
If it could be a bonus action, then sure.
Nope.
I really
You're trying to take
do-
the time to see if this is a internal mechanical operation that is just going off of some sort of routine, or if it actually has a mind of its own. It's not as simple as just looking at it like, or asking it, "Hey, can you do something?"
Can I do it and like simultaneously be trying to like notice weak points in this armor? Because this thing's got a high AC. Obviously, I want to try and be able
you can
to
make a perception check and I'll
pinpoint
tell you
something.
how much you find out.
All right.
It's sentient. And because you see that and know it now, there doesn't really seem to be weak points. Where the muscles move and shift over, it's just plates of metallic. Think of it more like metal skin than it is open mechanical slots. Anything on your bonus action?
Yeah, I'm gonna like look at it and go, don't touch other people's manifestations, but then I will bonus action take a spend a key point and the dodge action.
Okay. After Richard, we got Bryn. Yes, Bryn and then Rashi.
Shell sling again, hoping to hit.
Go for it. Misses.
Not great. 16.
Misses. It just, I mean, you're not missing, it's just deflecting off the armor. The armor is just polished too smooth. And you're just not getting solid hits in on anything.
Alright, and then bonus action, we're gonna second wind.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that. Bringing us down to Rashi. With the Sacred Flame for a bonus action, but it saves. So just flame just kind of skitters across the metal. Not really doing anything. After Rashi, all of those guys are dead. Bringing us to the metallic.
Oh, Metallica? It's like the band?
Yeah. This creature kind of pulls its two front legs back and then stands back on only a few of its back legs, and underneath its abdomen, which now you guys are realizing it's kind of looking like a metallic spider. It kind of, from its lower abdomen, shoots out a web under the ground of Bryn, Racha, and itself.
We're dealing with a horrible spider monster.
Bryn, you get an opportunity attack.
Is it still technically at advantage because Rachel's there or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you're starting to swing as it's about to move.
They're always spider-like creatures.
Let me know what the roll is.
That'd be a 28 natural
That
20.
hits. Nat 20? Yeah, that definitely hits. Don't add the crit.
Don't add it?
It's made out of adamantine.
Okay, that's fun.
It applies all
16.
crits on it.
That's 16 damage still.
16 damage, still good. All right. So it's only going to make one attack at you, Rickshaw. That's an 18 to hit.
Hits. Did it have disadvantage because of my dodge?
Oh, no. Let's see. Oh, that's better. So, yeah. 18.
Cool. Still hits.
That is 14 points of slashing. And then Bryn, I need you to make a dexterity saving.
I will uncanny dodge it, just so you know.
Okay. You do have your advantage then, Bryn. Because it's aiming at you and you see it. What'd you get?
18.
18 passes. So you take half damage.
Wait,
Five.
with the shield thing, isn't it no damage? I'm not sure about the shield feat.
Shield
I've seen that
Master.
somewhere. Yeah, I'm not sure. I could be wrong.
If it only affects you, I think you're right. Like if it was lightning bolt.
I think that's what gives her advantage.
It says if an effect allows half damage on a success, you can use your reaction to take no damage
You already used your reaction to attack.
for opportunity attack. Yeah.
Okay. So 5d10. So you take 16 points of force damage. As that same blue, almost laser energy shoots out past Rickshaw and impacts you. Alright, so that's going to end its turn, bringing us to the one archer who's going to shoot at Nori. That's only a fucking 9.
Misses.
Yeah. So he's going to start to clatter and get another arrow. Then Nori, you are up. More on deck.
Okay. Let's see. Where's the skeleton? How far was it away from me?
$45.
And how far away is the turtle thing? The beetle, excuse me, the spider.
$40.
I'll move 10 feet closer towards the spider and then do more produce flame.
Go for it. Misses. Go ahead, roll damage.
Why do I always roll well when it's against a teammate? This is so stupid.
Don't worry, it hits Bryn. As it's starting to like move out, everyone's just moving a little bit too fast for the moment, and Bryn, you just kind of like catch it across your left shoulder as you're starting to step forward. You kind of just like peer over your shoulder, and Nora's just like,
Ow.
Motherfucker.
alright. But you only take half that fire damage, Bryn. Anything else, Nori? Okay, ending Nori's turn. Warren, you're up. Emmerich on deck.
Okay,
80.
yeah.
Everyone just loves to ask me, how far away? How far away?
Yeah, thanks.
Because we can't measure on our own little thing.
But you just look at the squares.
I'm gonna take half my movement to move closer. So that's 15 feet. Right? Yeah. That puts me in range of the other skeleton. Go ahead and Because that's a skeleton on the stairwell, right? Okay. That
45
is
feet.
5 feet. Cool. Double. Yeah, we're just gonna do double vicious mockery on this skeleton. We're gonna kill everything with.
Save, double save.
Oh, double save.
17 and 18.
Stupid thing.
Are you moving anymore?
Yeah. Rest of my movement just to move closer towards the beetle. Just put it in between. Hi guys.
And you can pour an Amric, you're on deck. Racha, you're on. Sorry. Amric, you're up. Racha on deck.
It moved. It was right there. So it's what 45 feet from me right now because it was 35. So not too worried about the skeleton. So I'm gonna move 30 feet towards it right now, and then I'm gonna action dash and try and get around it so I can flank with Racha. Stay out of the webbing if possible, because I wouldn't know if that was difficult terrain.
If you tried to get all the way around to flank, you're not going to get there if you're trying to avoid the webbing. And even if you did, go over the webbing as well.
Can I get up to melee with it without going in the webbing?
You get right there.
Okay, then I'll just stay there. And I will end my turn.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
– 17.
Alright, so you're able to get there. Ending Amric's turn, Racha, you're up, right on deck.
So it turned back around to like attack me, or does it still look like it's trying to like get away from us, or no?
No, it just circled around you. Sorry, moving the token to face a specific way is a pain in the ass.
No, I'm good. It's just I wanted to make sure because if it was gonna keep trying to run away from me, I'm about to climb onto this thing.
No, it went around you just to get a different position.
All right, then I will swing around and flank with Amric and try and stab it.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw first. Alright. And then flank around. Alright.
It's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
27 total with sneak attack.
Alright. Anything else?
I accidentally rolled an extra one, but I will. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just unarmed strike for my second
Go
shot.
for it. That hits.
I keep hitting spacebar and then it rolls again. That is what that is.
Is this with your
I don't know
regular
what
fists
the-
or your special fists?
I haven't activated my special fist, so it is my regular punch.
Gotcha. Doesn't seem to do as much damage
I figured it would. 5 damage is 5 damage, though.
Alright. Ending Rachad's turn brings us to Bryn. Rashi on deck.
Should I move
Dexterity
up
saving
to
throw
it?
before or anything.
Yay.
Let me know what you get. Actually,
With the bonus
No.
thing, or
you don't
okay.
have bonus this time. Bet you pass, no
20.
problem.
Okay.
You're just trying to get
Go
up to it?
Yeah, and attack,
Go for it.
and hopefully hit it this time.
That hits.
21 for this one. Wonderful, finally. Alright, 19 total.
Alright.
And number 2.
That hits.
Wonderful. Alright, 22 total.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, we'll stay there.
Roger that. Ending Bryn's turn brings us to Rashi. That's for you, Richa.
That's so nice. He healed Perrin's missiles at me.
She's mainly, by the time she's been down here, she's only really seen you take the hits. So,
Just explosions shoot off it.
yeah. Besides the one hit that Bryn took, which she's Bryn. So she had a dash to get there, so that's her action. Ending her turn, bringing us to the top of the round. It's gonna go for Racha because that's the one who just did massive, or besides that, a Bryn. But actually, it's got to roll for its. Oh, it gets it back.
How many rounds have it been?
Bryn, go ahead and actually, I'll take my words back. Racha, go ahead and make the con save. I believe we're 4th iteration of round, so this is the top of the 5th.
9.
Racha, you are paralyzed. You can repeat at the end of each of your turns. So that same subsonic energy kind of comes out from it as it turns its head to Racha and then Racha just freezes up. Well, with that. Oh, that changes things. Okay. It's... You guys see as this creature turns to Racha, does this maneuver, and reaches out with its 2 front forelegs, grabs it, puts Racha on its back, and starts to skitter away.
I assume Britt and I get opportunity attacks. 24 for mine.
It hits.
And I will pump a menacing strike into mine.
And that's a 19 for Bryn.
So
Hits.
it's Amric does
Can you pump
14
fighter
damage.
stuff into reaction attacks?
I think it's just weapon attacks. Let me check.
What's your damage, Bryn?
17 total.
It's just when you hit with a weapon attack.
Okay. Alright, so menacing strike. So that's a wisdom save.
Wisdom 16.
And then it becomes afraid of you?
Frightened of me till the end
Oh,
of my
okay,
next
never mind.
turn.
Doesn't have to worry about that. It's condition immunity. What was your damage, though?
14 total.
It's looking rough. But with that, doesn't want to fit through the door right now, so it disappears from your guys' view with Richard.
Into the door? Is it just like close behind it or something? Or are
No.
we just like out of view?
It turns a corner. It turns to the left. So those that are in there can't see it because it cuts around the corner.
Are we staying? Are we staying in initiative?
Yep. But that's going to end its turn, bringing us to the archer, who is got Rashi in its face now. And Rashi kills it with its opportunity attack. So that brings us to Nori.
So how far away is it from me now? Technically?
You have no idea. It went around the corner.
Alright,
You just hear the metal kind of as it's starting to get quieter.
30 feet. Can I run in and see?
So as you kind of chase after this thing, you see it running away with Cha on your back, and as you do, you come into a room and there's more skeleton soldiers down at the ends of the hallways who all kind of turn to the noise of not only this creature running through, but also you coming around the corner through the doorway.
Nori pokes her head outside real fast and goes, "There's more," and then pokes her head back in. How rough is this thing looking?
I mean, it's a bunch of metal. There's bits and portions of it that seem to be leaking out a little bit of like black and green liquid, but it's really hard to tell without you ever being up front next to it.
Alright, then we're gonna just... Am I 30 feet away from this thing?
$40.
Alright, then we're gonna complete my dash towards it because I'm not letting Richard get away. So I'll get up, I'll be 10 feet away from him, and I'm going to, yeah, just toss Produce Flame at this thing.
Go for it. Go pouring, you're up next. That hits.
That's in that 20.
Yeah, minus the crit.
So it's an 11. Luckily the crit was only 2.
Yeah, still good damage. Now that you're closer, you see that it seems to like not be supporting all of its weight on one of its legs. Like, it's not having a good time. All right, that ends Nori's turn, bringing us to Kaporan.
He's running to the door.
As far as you can get, you're just starting to get into the doorway.
Okay.
Hammer, you're on deck.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. Coming through the door, just I see the skeletons, or
The far ones directly ahead of you, yeah.
okay. Okay, I'm just gonna. I guess I'll hold my action.
Use your action to dash.
Oh yeah, I could just dash inside. Yeah, so I'll just dash.
No, you dash to get there.
Oh, I dashed to get there. Okay.
Yeah, you're pretty far away. So you got
Oh.
bonus action, which means that you can inspire or something.
Yeah.
Or heal Brand.
Yeah. We'll just go ahead and heal Brand for now. Right now.
Okay. So while you're rolling that, Amric, you are up. Rachaw on deck.
Okay. Well, I was exactly 60 feet from this thing. But now, I'd have to,
You'd have to move to see it.
well, I was, okay, well, I'll run my 30 feet around Kaforan. And then, since I have line of sight on it, I'll action dash just straight to it. Since I got up to it, let's action surge.
Okay.
I'll make 2 attacks.
Go for it.
This thing cannot get away. What are those? 19, 16. I'm going to. I don't know if 19 hits. I'm gonna precision strike both of them.
Okay.
First one ends up being 23.
It hits.
And the second one's gonna be a 20.
It hits.
For a total of 29 damage.
And do you have a magical sword?
I do. +1.
Does it real hurt?
Awesome. And then Amric. The skeletons already kind of looked alerted to us.
Yes.
Now that we're here. Amric's gonna yell out. Take this thing down now if you can.
Alright, ending Amric's turn, we got Rachaw. Your turn, you can make another saving throw. Con save. That's just enough. You start to wake up. You're still restrained as this creature is holding you with its front 2 legs.
At least it doesn't automatically critical strike me now.
Alright, ending Rachar's turn, we got Bryn.
Running in there, please.
Wait. I need to retcon something. Amric, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. You started your turn in the web. Nope. You were restrained on your turn.
I thought he specifically avoided the web.
No, he couldn't. He had to go through the web to get in melee range.
So what would have been an action to get out?
Yeah, you can make a strength check. Okay, you're able to get out, but that takes your dash action away.
Yeah, I already unused my action surge and my 2 things. I guess I'm gonna run up to the door then, and I suppose I don't. No, I'll just I'll stay there for now.
Okay, so now we go back to Bryn. Bryn, give me a dex save. Start your turn. You save.
Wonderful.
So you're kind of like in a large portion of the web right now. So you're 10 feet in technically, so it'd take 20 feet for you to get out because it's considered rough terrain.
Okay, and then we'll action dash to get into the room. So be 70 feet total, so 50 feet from the web.
Alright, you're able to get right up into it.
Oh, snap, didn't think I was. Would I be able, oh no, I can't because I didn't take the, I think that's all I can do then, because I can't shove it because I didn't take the attack action with my shield or anything like that.
Gotcha. Alright, that brings us to Rashi. Saves against the sacred flame, then she kind of peels around the corner and shoots out, making sure not to get in Amber's way. Everybody wants to run forward. That's going to end her turn, bringing us to the Skellies. Luckily, they're all shield and sword skellies, so that ends up doing they can only run to get there. But that brings us to this creature's turn. Bryn, as you've run up to this creature and Rachel has like just started to move awake, you see the creature stop and its 2 back legs kind of start to skitter together, kind of making that awful metallic grating sound. Nails on the chalkboard just. But as it does so, it starts faster and faster and faster before they disappear. The creature and Rachel disappear.
What? Excuse me?
Well, that's unfortunate.
That ends its turn, bringing us to Nori. Kaporan on deck.
Well, I guess I have to fight a skeleton now. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll just primal savagery this thing. Nori gets claws.
Go for it. Tell me what the hit is.
Only a 14.
That hits.
And 14 damage.
It's dead.
Cool, let's go on to the other one.
Okay.
16
Hits.
and 12 damage.
That one's gone too.
Alright, Ori murders 2 skeletons and goes, where the fuck did Rachel go?
Ending Nori's turn, we got Kapor and Emmerich on deck.
I'm just gonna use a level 2 shatter on these other 3 skeletons.
Alright, is that save?
Yeah, it's a con save of 17.
First one succeeds, second one fails, third one succeeds. What's the damage?
Oh wait. 7. Yeah.
Okay, so 4, 7, 4. Alright. Their bones shake a little bit with the noise as they vibrate a little bit, so you can hear the metal kind of bouncing off the bones, but they still stand. Anything else?
We're in 60 feet range of Bryn them, right? I would assume so.
40.
Oh, 40? Okay.
I'm gonna kick you in the nuts if you say what I think you're about to say.
I was gonna give inspiration
Okay,
to
that's
some.
fine.
don't hurt Kaporin. What the hell?
I was gonna say, if you match of Majesty against 3 skeletons, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, I was gonna give advantage to. I was gonna give Bardic to Nori.
What do you say to Nori?
Nori, kill these son of a bitches.
Get your inspiration.
Alright, gives a thumbs up with
With the primal
acid
savagery.
claws.
Yeah, to the oh yes.
Do you wanna move anywhere, Kapor, or are you gonna stay in the doorway?
I'm actually gonna center myself between the two groups. Like us and the other and Nori and Bryn. Yeah.
Alright, Andy Kapor's turn is an hammer to try something.
We'll go over it. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna step 5 feet back. And do I see the massive turtle thing out there at all?
Make a perception check.
Is that an action?
Yep.
Okay.
If you're taking an actual look to try and see if it might be walls, ceilings,
23.
floor, you don't see it. Retrievers are nasty guys, man.
I will use my other 20 or 25 movement to get somewhere in between Kaporn and the skeletons if I can.
Okay.
And then I will just stay there.
Okay. Ending Emmerich's turn, Richard. After the envelopment of space and time around you, you find yourself on a shadowy plane. Spectral images floating around you, but you can see your friends nearby. Standing in the exact spots that you left them, but a gray tint to everything. As all of a sudden you feel your body sink through the floor, and all of a sudden you're going down, 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 before an impact against the ground, as now that gray tint is gone. And you kind of bounce hard against the back of the spider, and then you hear, and then you get tossed inside, and then as you kind of like are looking around and find yourself in some dank dusty jail cell.
Did it just leave me, or?
It's starting to skitter out away.
Can I stab it?
Unfortunately, no. I allowed you to hold on to your sword being unconscious. Or paralyzed.
I still seem like, is it still that whole gray tint to everything?
Nope. It's come back to color.
Gotcha. Okay. I guess.
You're in
Is it-
a small cell that roughly about 15, maybe a little bit more feet long and only about 10 feet wide. And an iron door, cell door in front of you.
Well, I will flip on my ghost lantern then.
Okay.
And
There are 2 sconces that are burning with ever flame across the wall.
Gotcha. I'll still have it on just in case.
No worries.
And take a look around, I guess.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check. So hope Rashaw uses his left shoe as his mug and just clatters it against the bars. What'd you get? 14. You got 2 wall sconces across from you. It seems to be some sort of grated sewer entrance along one of the base wall across. Everything's stone and metal down here, and you see what looks to be some sort of chained manacles that are attached to a wall across. And as you kind of stick your beak out and try and look left and right, looks like there's a couple more cells to your left and right. Looks like 1 to your right, 2 to your left.
A little precarious. And the cell itself is empty aside from the manacles?
Yeah. There are no manacles inside your cell. The manacles are outside, next to the sconces.
Alright, well, the thing is gone, or is it just sitting out there?
You hear it as it's skittering away up the stairs.
I'll give it its beat so that it doesn't seem like it's coming back anytime soon. And then I'll see if I can start working at the lock.
Okay, so next turn. Alright, that brings us to Bryn.
Well, first, since she just saw Nori slaughter those 2 skeletons, she's just gonna go, well, damn, under her breath, and turn around and go to the other 3. Is that? That's not me, is that?
Oh, that's Korf.
There we go.
She's right in the middle, so you can hit whatever one you want.
Yeah, we'll go for the singular one that's not next week. Friends.
Go for it. That one, the middle one is the one that took the most damage from Shatter. It hits.
16 to hit. Wonderful. 20 total
That
damage.
kills it.
Wonderful. And then we'll go to the one to the middle.
I like my
17 to
animations.
hit.
That hits.
I was gonna say, did you just boop it?
Yep. And that one is.
And that one is 14 damage.
Alright, and then your turn.
Can I try to shove the other one?
Yep.
We'll try to shove him prone, I guess. I don't know.
Does yours allow you to go
Or
prone?
just
It
back.
just shoves it back.
Okay, we can just shove it back. That's fine.
Okay.
That's an 11 on my athletics.
Hold strong. 18. Alright, Alright, ending your turn, bringing us to Rashi, who is going to... She's just gonna double Sacred Flame because she can't get there to beat it in the face. That's a fail. A fail. And it's dead. Okay. Currently out of initiative. Oh. Actually, I lied. After Rashi's turn.
They look like handy tornadoes.
Again, I'm using the tokens that I have available to my discretion, but coming through the doorway, splitting out between Nori and Bryn, almost spectral in appearance as just clouds of darkness swirling around, but in a somewhat humanoid shape. Wisps of smoke just kind of curling, almost looking like rags, like dark rags around its body, and just the edges of it all just disappear into smoke. So, for... the one going up to Nori. I need Kaporin, Amrik, Bryn, and Nori all to make wisdom saving throws. As it starts to come out and it's just like...
Emmerich got a 19.
They got a 14.
Bryn got an 11.
Kaporin?
17.
Only Bryn fails. So, everyone who succeeded takes 5 points of psychic damage. Bryn, you take 9 points, and you're stunned until the end of Nori's creature's next turn.
And then, do I have to do I have to do a con save for Blur then, or is it just go away?
I was gonna ask, does stun just kill your concentration? I think that's just paralyzed.
I don't think so, because you're technically still like
So it says,
like mentally capable while stunned.
so it says stunned creatures are incapacitated, and incapacitated creatures can't take actions or reactions. It doesn't actually say anything about being unconscious or not.
Okay, so you can go ahead and make your con save. What was it?
Natural 20.
Alright, you're good to go. Okay, but you are stunned as the other one that comes up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and reach out to one of its hands. Stun just means advantage, right? Like it's paralyzed, that is the auto crit.
Yeah, I think so.
But then I'm blurred still, so is it just a straight roll?
Yeah. fine. First roll, the one that it needs anyway. It's a 22 to hit.
Unfortunately, yes.
Right. That is 12 points of psychic damage.
And that one, my Blair concentration.
Blur is gone. That within, yeah, within 60 feet. So, Amric, Kaporn, and Nori. And this one, I need a wisdom saving throw as well.
That is a nat 20 for Nori.
Amric got a 14.
Horn got a 15.
Alright, only Amric fails. So, Amric, you take.
Seems higher than the last one.
It's a different thing.
Fuck.
This is 10 points of psychic damage, and I want you to make a melee attack against Kaporn.
Yes, please.
Invisible. Does he know where I am?
Oh, that's right. You're invisible still,
You
aren't
have
you?
disadvantage. Footprints, dust. But after this, Nora, you are on deck.
I think I rolled the wrong one. Whatever. 20 to hit.
That hits.
Horn takes 9 damage.
Alright. No fighter abilities, don't worry. Okay, so that ends their turn. Nora, you are up. Corner on deck. Kaporan, con save for your greater invisibility.
I'm going to heal Bryn real fast,
Okay.
because
Your greater
I don't like
invisibility's
that.
gone. $14 points to Bryn.
And then we're just going to Primal Savagery this bitch, because that's been working.
Go for it.
That is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
And 14 damage.
What kind of damage?
Acid.
Alright, doesn't do as much damage as you'd think it would. Alright, ending your turn, Nora. You staying there?
Well, I'll take opportunity attacks if I move, correct?
Correct.
And yes, I'd like to stay here.
Gotcha. Ending Nori's turn. Kapoor, you're up. Amric on deck.
I don't know. Guess. Sorry, just throwing my invisibility kind of threw off what I was gonna do.
I mean, you only have like 3 rounds left of it.
Yeah. I'm going to. What was that thing called again? Sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna center myself between Nori and Bryn. And actually, yeah. Rain fart. Yep, we're gonna do that. And we'll just do we're gonna use a magic missile.
Okay. Which one?
Since Bryn's in the most danger, since she's stunned, is that an effect where it's because the creature's still alive, it's affecting her, or is it just?
It's not a
Okay,
concentration.
then we'll just go for the one attacking Bryn.
Go for it.
1, 2, 3, 18 points of damage.
With a +1 to everything.
Yes.
22.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That ends your turn.
We'll do mantle.
Okay. So 8 temp hit points to everybody.
Yes.
Sorry, it's up around
Pop
Nora.
those hit points.
Nora, do you want to move?
They don't get a reaction on you.
Yeah.
It's true. Is it smart for me to move? I think I'm just gonna stay here. I have no reason to. I have to fight this thing.
Amric, you want to move?
Yeah. Let me use my 30 feet to get closer to the one with Bryn.
Alright, who's there? Bring your stun, you can't move. Rashi will move in. So right there. Okay. That ends that. Warn your tap, right?
Yeah, besides movement,
Yeah, you already used 15 to move there.
I actually just want to back up like 10. I don't want to be so stupid.
Amric, you are up.
Okay. Am I already in melee with this thing?
Yep.
Let's start off with 2 swings. Those are both good rolls. Let me pump a menacing into the first one. So that'll be an extra if it hits.
Yeah, they both hit.
So that's an extra 3 damage. Wisdom save unless it's immune to
It's immune.
frightened. And then I don't think I want to use
You gotta roll the damage.
things. Oh yeah, forgot about that. 13 and 11 plus 3, so that's 24, 27 damage. And I think I'm not gonna use another.
That one is gone.
Awesome,
As
and
you cleave it,
then
it just kind of like wisps into the air. Not even disintegrating, just kind of becoming smoke that dissipates.
Amric will kind of mutter under his breath. The creatures around here are so strange, and then he'll turn to Bryn and try to snap her out of it. Not that he has any actions left to do so.
Okay. Racha, this brings us back down to you inside of a cell.
I'll just be playing around with that lock if it's reachable. I don't even know if I can get through bars or anything.
Yeah, the bars are decently wide, so you can just slip your hand through. Go ahead and give me a side hand check. Because you have Thief Still Proficiency, right?
I do.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, you try to like work it backwards, and it's a little tougher than you initially expected.
Well, that's pretty much all I can do. I can think it.
But you technically get 2 shots since you use your bonus action to use an object.
Oh, I might as well then.
Go for it. You start to feel the correct tumblers falling, and then all of a sudden, you get to this one of the last ones, and you feel this force stopping you, almost like a barrier. It's magically locked.
Well, shit. It just says out loud.
All right, then your child's turn. Bryn, you're up.
I'll just sort of call out though into the darkness, like, "Hello."
Okay. As you do that, you kind of sit there and listen for a moment. Far off, somewhere down here, you hear the clanging of dragging chain and heavy footfalls. Sound bipedal, whatever it is.
Find the bird! Find the bird!
Alright, ending Ritual's turn. Bryn, you're up. You are stunned
How do I do any? Can I get out of that or
until
no?
the end of Nori's creature's turn.
Right. Okay. Then I will stand here.
You did very well. Nat 20, not
I'm
stand.
glad. I'm great.
Ending your Bryn's turn is going to bring us to Rashi. That's you, Bryn. So after swinging the mace through the creature, kind of reaches out and sends her word over to you, Brent, for a little bit of healing. But ending Rashi's turn, I need everyone here, besides Rachel, to make a wisdom saving throw.
$24. Nat.
Emmerich got a nat 1.
That is an 11 for Nori. Oh,
Oh,
wait, I
for
have
Brian.
Bardic! I have Bardic!
Yes, you do. And that is a D8.
I got a 6, so that's a 17 total.
So everyone who got lower than a 17. Who is that?
Me.
Bryn.
Amric and
Emric.
Bryn? Okay. You both take 6 points of psychic. Bryn, you're stunned, so you can't make the attack, but Amric, I need you to make attack against Bryn.
$16 for a miss.
That misses.
She is stunned. You get advantage.
Wait, but doesn't her... Never mind, Blur is gone, right?
Also a 16.
Alright, cool. Alright, ending. Actually,
Deep in his heart, he didn't want to hit her.
Because we're friends now.
it starts to meld down through the floor. Again,
Do I get an opportunity attack?
You do, but disadvantage.
What do I attack with? I've been using my claws.
Whatever melee weapon you have.
I have my staff. There's the potential to get a -1 to this. You know what? It's not worth it. If I hit the ground, I'm gonna do negative damage, which is sad, so I'm not.
Okay.
Rashi can try, though. She's right next to me.
Yeah.
This is what Shillelagh is for.
Does that mean I get hit?
You're gonna have a broken
Ow!
bow.
She swings down to try and hit this creature, but it goes down before she hits the floor and ricochets back up. That radiant energy kind of building behind it as it clocks you in like the lower stomach. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'll heal you on my turn, I swear.
No, I'm I'm honestly just fine. Focus on everyone else. I've gotten hit twice.
Bringing us to your turn, Ori. Well, technically, we are out of combat now.
Nori's gonna go over to Bryn and just like, I'm so sorry I hit you, and do just first level cure wounds, because those do more technically.
Did anyone see where it went with Vishal?
I don't know. Does anyone have sending stocked?
Koporin, can you contact him?
One moment, please, as we connect you to the. Yeah, Kaporin can ascending. Yeah, I don't know. Kaporin would relay to everyone. It's like, how well is this gonna work when the bird can only mimic?
At least we're
It's our
thinking about
best
it
shot.
prior.
I'm
Probably
looking at my
not.
stuff like, how do I even communicate this right now?
I don't think you've ever heard of jail, prison, cell, any of that.
We've said the word prison a couple times, but
Yeah, we were joking about comparing going to jail, because he got sent to that one cell.
like Richard could he's gonna repeat jail a couple times. I'm just kind of like thinking this is just like there's not much he could say in 25 words.
Oh, there's a lot he could say in 25 words.
Well, there's a lot he could say, but there's not a lot that would help us in 25 words.
Well, I'm not doing it, Kaporin. I gotta save mine for healing.
I mean, could you ask him if he knows which way they went? Was he able to sense a direction or anything? Because he just went and vanished. So I don't know what he saw or felt.
Alrighty, I will try it. Let's see if he'd be able to respond to us. Richard, where did you go? Can you hear me now? Any directions that you can tell us would be helpful. Hope you're safe and sound. There we go.
Richa, you get this message into your head. Those footsteps that you had been hearing with the dragging chain steadily getting louder.
Warren waits in anticipation for what he may or may not get jumbled up mess. Everyone just sees Kaporin just like,
I have like too many options that I can't combine together very well. Give me a second. Swimmingly, if I do say so myself. It's nice to try have a traveling buddy. Be quick, be quiet, be safe. What's under there?
That's what you get.
Warren just looked back at the group. It's like,
The footsteps picked up pace as you started talking, Richa.
I was whispering it as much as I could.
Oh, it is echoey as fuck down here.
Yeah, and then I'll try and duck into a corner and hide. Can I do like the Spider-Man hide from on the roof?
You're not tall enough to pull that off.
I can't like jump my way up to it.
It's a little over 10 feet across.
I meant like in the corner, but yeah, I understand what you mean.
Oh, you want to like post up in the... Okay, got you. It's slick like dirty... Actually, in this cell you can. Acrobatics check. Go ahead, Kaporin.
he's safe. Don't understand what exactly he's saying. He wants a traveling buddy, or he may be with someone. And he said check underneath, or underneath something. As I said, the bird. I
Probably
don't.
under where we are. So she'll just like point down to the floor. You know, under us.
Ah, I fooled you. It's all. We're actually on top.
It
Reverse
looks like they.
dungeon.
Gravity's weird in the other realms, you know, man.
Up is down, down is up.
Oh
I
God.
hate this place.
Well, I think we were already heading down, so I suppose we should just keep going.
Wait, what's in this other? I'm actually kind of interested in what's in the other room, because we don't know where
Check
necessarily.
fast. We need to find the bird.
Well, we don't know. If, like the way down, it could be through this other room. Or wait, whoa.
Let's keep a buddy system. So
It's an odd number of us.
3 and 2, or all just stick together.
Or compare and go by himself. We'll see what happens.
That'll end so poorly.
All right, Kaporin, I'll just push him into the room. No, I'm kidding.
You've got open doors in the room that those two last creatures came out of. There's doors off to your right there. Along that right side wall, further down, looks to be another double set of open doors, as well as more doors against the wall directly across from it.
God, so many doors. Can we peek into the door that's open in front of us? Is that a pit?
The staircase is going down.
Oh, awesome.
You see two large tables, what looks to be some semblance of old daggers and different weapons on another table against the far wall, as well as some weapon racks that the weapons here have seen better times. You're getting the sense that if you probably pick some of these up, they're so rusted they'll fall apart.
Give you tetanus. Would mend like on a dagger? Would mending?
No.
No. I just had to
You
ask.
can't mend metal.
You need like a 9th level
Metal-
spell. 9th level mend.
That'd be interesting. There's a staircase in here, guys. We'll bring out MJ chicken. We need light.
Val, I have a question. Since our intelligence always gets mocked, would one of us be smart enough to put together that him mentioning a travel buddy would say that, yeah, there's someone down here with me?
That is completely up to you guys.
I do an intelligence check to see if I put that together.
He did
Go
get
ahead.
taken by a creature.
I mean, yeah, you guys are probably thinking it's the spider that he's talking about.
Kaborin did suggest that he may be with someone because he only says that when he's talking to someone. Well, in his area.
Whoa.
I mean, to be fair, using your guys' back, you wouldn't be surprised if actually Richoff had a friend.
Okay, he either has a friend, he's still with the spider, or there's a new problem. I'm guessing it's probably all three.
He's picked up a skull and named it Boney.
That enemy might be an enemy now, but a friend later. Richard's gonna just go whizzing past the hallway from you guys, riding the spider.
And that wouldn't surprise any of us.
Making the meow sound as they go.
Hello, little doggy.
But Kaborin's gonna point out the stairway to everyone. He's like, down? And they kind of walk towards it.
We gotta find our bird.
Who's going first?
Or he's gonna walk
Sneaky
forward.
bird is not here anymore.
The chicken.
Wait, hold up. I didn't make a con save for my... Yeah, that's too much retconning to do. Yeah, my spell's dropped.
Well, if Kaporin keeps his light ahead, I can take the lead.
Well, Nori has the highest perception and highest stealth out of all those. She's just a discount Racha. with less social skills.
You can do it, Nori. Pat you on the back. It's like, pull your inner Rickshaw.
I can't move pieces and talk at the same time, so I'm just. Tell me when I pick your piece up. Tell me where you want to go.
Nori's gonna go down into the hole.
Amric will be right behind.
Bryn will bring up the rear.
Kaporn will settle in the back, or in front of Amric if he wants to be in the back, and just have the chicken posted at least 10 feet in front of the group.
Rashi is in the middle, bro.
Rashi claimed that at the beginning. You can't
Yep.
take it.
It makes
Wait,
it easy for me. That puts
It's
you in
fine
front of
with
Bryn.
Oh, in front of Bryn? Okay. That's fine.
All right. So, as you guys get to the top of the stairs, everyone following one another, for some reason not thinking to go side by side at all. You guys get to the top of the stairs. And immediately see one more of those shadowy figures just staring at you as it was starting to come up the stairs.
We have a friend, and I don't like him.
Wisdom saving throws, everybody.
Motherfucker.
You sent the light first, so it knew you guys were coming.
That is a nat 1, my friends.
I'm pretty sure we all failed. Except for
Bryn
Bryn.
got a 20.
Are we all stunned? Oh no. Or it's something worse.
Oh my god.
It's gonna whack. It's gonna have to
We're
whack
all attacking each other.
Yep.
I'll just start swinging now.
Alright, hold on. Nori, you
charmed,
failed.
isn't it?
It's 17, anything under 17. It's not a charm. This is a psychic maneuver. So Nori, you failed. You turn around and whack Amber.
Alright, let's pray I do a bad job at this. Because I only have a +3 to hit, and I get a -1 to damage.
Once you like break your staff on him on accident.
All those that failed, that's 7 points of psychic damage to you.
It's a nat 1.
Nat
Yeah, I
1.
think you break your staff on him.
Luckily, it's a magic
Oh,
staff.
yeah, it's a magic staff.
But you throw it as you go to hit Amric. It like hits him, but you weren't expecting it like too soon, and it just flies to the back. So now it's laying down next to Bryn.
Motherfucker.
Amric, go ahead and hit Nori back.
This is gonna be
28.
yeah, that hits.
He just looks at you.
Dropped my staff halfway across the room,
15
and I just
damage.
get whacked for 15.
I don't even use the blade. I grab the hilt of the sword and I just right into the forehead.
Oh, I'm next to Bryn.
Ow!
That's you, Kaporin.
Oh, it's only 11. Thank God.
And then Kaporin, you failed as well.
Yes, I did.
All right, go ahead and smack Rashi back.
I'm holding my loot.
All right, do your first attack cantrip at her.
I mock her.
Okay. Was it wisdom save?
17. What's right? I told her something about her family. I mock her family or something.
Just mock her
that's
dad, you have the
dangerous.
same one.
She fails.
She takes 5 psychic. And she has disadvantage on her next attack.
Luckily, that's still in her 10 hit points.
Yeah, she has disadvantage on her next attack.
I think Bryn's the only one that's saved from that psychic thing.
This time, yes.
So you just see everyone just start fucking just wailing the out of each other. Nori just
Nori
turns
throws
back,
her
throws her
staff
staff
halfway
at
across
you,
the-
basically. Amric just basically long sword version of pimp slaps Nori. Rashi turns around and just uppercuts Kaporn with his mace as he goes, "You bitch, your mom sucks!" And Rashi just like gets like an immediate brain freeze.
She almost. I wouldn't be surprised if she struck at him again. Just like use that disadvantage attack at him. Like,
Okay. That was interesting.
That was fun.
Nori, you're the first one there, so you can do something if you want to.
How far away is my staff?
– 20 feet.
And how far away is the horrible ghost?
He's technically 25 feet.
Okay, produce flame is only verbal and somatic, so I can do that without my focus.
Go for it.
That's only a 10 to hit, so
That
Nori
misses.
misses and runs back to go grab her staff.
You have your staff. Amric, you're next.
And then I'll go back forward 10 feet, so I'm a little bit closer, but out of the way of everyone else.
Amric will look around.
You don't know what the fuck just happened.
Sorry, Amric.
He's gonna say, "What are we all doing?" And then he's going to
don't
run
know.
down the stairs to go attempt to slay the ghost thingamabob. Double attack. I'm gonna pump a precision into that second one. So 19 and 19 to hit.
Yeah, that was it.
For a total of 25 damage.
Alright.
And then let me bonus out after bonking Nori on the head. I will take a moment to take in a deep breath and bonus action second wind.
Alright, sounds good. Rashi's just gonna come to the top and double Sacred Flame it. It fails on both.
So,
I will have you know that you did the most damage to me out of the entire fight.
I'm now 2 points from full HP.
Rashi did the most damage to me this whole fight.
We're hurting each other more than we're hurting our enemies.
I almost
No, they're hurting me a lot more. It's okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, ending Rashi. Kaporn, you're up.
Action or movement forward to the stairs. Action. Vicious mockery. Bonus action. Mantle.
Fails on the Vicious Mockery, and that's enough to kill it.
Okay. Oh, then we're back out of initiative, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm not gonna mark off that bonus action then.
Me down the stairs, and please no one attack each other. That hurt.
Stay a good distance away from each other?
With that, we're gonna go ahead and end tonight's
Get rid of the chicken.
the light chicken. We'll go ahead and end the session there as you guys make your way down to the bottom of the stairs here before you guys can really take in what's in this room. Alright, guys. So, one of you guys is a caged cockatoo. But nevertheless, you guys are making your way. Any questions?
No, I mean, it sucked, but it's not that sucky.
Not yet.
Yeah.
The guy with the chains really scares me. I don't like that at all.
It's alright. It's alright. Don't worry about it.
Really not, man.
What is the attunement time? It's 1 short rest.
1 hour.
I'm imagining like the that triangle. What's that guy from?
Pyramid Head
Yeah, Pyramid Head. I'm thinking of Pyramid Head.
from Silent
Like-
Hill.
Yeah, from Silent Hill. Dragging like chains
Not
across
quite.
the floor.
Not quite.
Oh, not quite. I'm at a little bit off.
I mean, we need to find one more magic item so we can one more cursed item so we can have a 50% possession rate.
I don't want
No.
anything cursed, man.
That's why I said 50. Alright, guys.
Who's the extra person?
Technically, Nori.
With
Wait.
your warlock necklace?
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
and Rachel
even-
has that dice.
Trentimir did possess her for a small amount of time.
That dice is only giving him good things. I don't know what you're talking
I know.
Yeah.
It's, I might roll it here. Who knows?
about. Fuck it.
We also have that weird necklace with the skull on it still.
Who is we? That is Kaporin,
That is-
unfortunately.
And his bling.
Still only counts for 1 possessed person.
Which
Did I successfully hide just so I know or not?
No.
Okay.
You're up there, but you're not hidden.
I would like to try and hide if that's possible.
We'll get to it next.
Just get high enough that the guy can't reach you.
That was a little tester for you too, Kapoor, and I gave you the name of that necklace, and now that you saw that it's cursed, you want to tune to it. It actually isn't that item, it's a different item. But you go to look for that necklace that was worth 1,500 gold, it's now disintegrated.
Oh, really?
So you can go ahead
okay.
and remove that. I like to check.
It's fun.
I like to check to see how people are gonna.
If you look at my inventory, I put in a placeholder for the magic shield since I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, you just put in a shield with like an asterisk next to it.
I made a custom item that said placeholder for mysterious magical shield.
Okay, yeah, that works.
I had
So
an
we've got
idea.
Kaparin with his cursed loot. We've got me with my cursed. What is it now?
Life.
A bracelet? Yeah.
Arm
Bryn,
lift.
technically, is Bryn's Barnabas tattoo a curse? Could that be a curse?
No, that's more of an inconvenience.
Yeah.
Todd did have what he assumes is a cursed item solely because he knows that the god was something that isn't necessarily the greatest of types of gods.
Just because it was poison doesn't mean that it was a bad guy.
Fair, yeah, it could be the natural poisons or something to that
Yeah,
effect.
it's
I'm not
actually one
about
of
to mess with
It was
that.
actually one of the druid gods.
Yeah, I wasn't about to mess with that.
Alright, guys. So if you do have any questions, feel free to message me and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. Did you have something, Kapoor?
Oh no,
Okay.
I'm just taking everything in.
Okay. If I don't talk to y'all before then, you guys have a great week. We'll see everyone Thursday. And, yeah. You haven't died
Good
yet.
night. Woo! First dungeon
I
call on
sh-
Amric is 2 HP down.
Night, everybody.
I should have just jumped out the window.
Good night, guys. It's bars on the
Night.
window.
I have my ways.
Alright, thank you all for staying with us. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. noticed a little thing between you and Brett.
What?
Nothing.
No matter what happens, I want you all to stay together, and I want you to do what you need to do to get out of here. Don't worry about me. Help as you can if you can. But mostly worry about yourselves, okay?
I'm not leaving you alone. You can do this.
If anything happens, I want to know that you will be okay.
I'll be safe.